Hi all, welcome to this session. So today we will be discussing, or what I'm going to show is how to create a sales order in Oracle Fusion Cloud instance using a REST API. So this is the agenda that we are going to do today. So let me first log into a Cloud Fusion instance. So I'm just trying to log in into the instance. The instance is a bit slow. Okay. So I have logged into the instance using ACM underscore IMPL user. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create a sales order using REST API. So in order to see uh, what REST service we need to use and what kind of XML or the JSON file that we have to post, how we need to find out, let's go to docs.oracle.com. So I'm in docs.oracle.com. I'm clicking on the cloud applications and moving on to the order management area under supply chain management, order management. So here we have a session which lists all the REST APIs which we can use on the supply chain management work area. So now I am going into the task or the area which belongs to the order management. So under order management, we have a handful list of REST APIs. Now I am going to sales orders for order hub. So under this sales orders for order hub, you can see create sales orders. Okay. So this is the REST service that we need to use in order to create a sales order in the Oracle Fusion Cloud instance. Now, once we get the REST service, we need to use some particular tool in order to post this service into the Fusion Cloud instance. So the one that I am going to use is the Postman REST service. So how to download the Postman REST service, I'll just show. Just come to Google, just type Postman download. So that will take us into the download Postman app. Just click on the download and choose our whatever the Windows 62-bit or 32-bit. So mine is 64-bit. I just selected that one. And once it is downloaded, we just need to follow the instruction and install it. So it's pretty much easy and free software. So I already installed the Postman REST service in order to save the time over here. Okay. So I'll just, what we need to understand in order to create a REST service, uh, we can click on a collection. Okay, this is something like a folder, we can say. Just click on new collection and give a name. So demo REST API. Yes, so just give a name. It is kind of a folder. Just create the folder. Okay, we have this folder that is got created. So under this folder, we can create, okay. So we can just add a request. So just give a request name, that is post or create sales order. Okay, we got the create sales order request. It can be a get request. Get request is nothing but getting the data details from the Oracle Fusion Cloud. So, but actually what we are going to do is creation of the sales order. For that, what we need to use is a post REST service. Okay, we already got the service detail over here in this particular. So this is the service that we need to use. So we'll just copy this particular service and just paste over here. So along with this, we are going to create for a particular instance, right? So for that particular reason, we need to append the instance details. For that, just go to the instance detail. So here we have this welcome. So just copy this instance detail from here and paste it here. Okay. So we got the URL or the service and it is of a post type. Now another thing that we need to configure is the authorization. So under authorization, we can select basic authorization. So basic authorization is nothing but giving the username and the password. So I'll just see the password. Yes. So I have inserted the correct password and the username I have inserted. Okay. So now we got the service URL in place. Now we need to have the data. So basically for what should be our customer, what should be our bill to details, what should be our ship to details, and what should be our item and the quantity and everything. So for that, we need to have some text. And what is the format of the text? We don't know. How to figure it out? Again, go to docs.oracle.com, where in which the REST service details are displayed. Just scroll down. And here you will see a lot of examples mentioned here. So how to create a draft sales order without the order lines, basically only the header, and how to create a standard sales order item and everything. So I'm going to pick the example 9th, where in which it is of create and submit a sales order with both header and line data, and the pricing happens inside the Oracle Fusion. Okay, so let me just example 9. I'm just typing in example 9. Okay, so here you have this request body, a sample file format. Okay, so just copy these details from here, go to the Postman, go to the area under body, select the radio button row, and select the text as JSON format. Okay, just Control V. So once we have this rough format, we can start editing the file with our required details. So what source transaction number? It's if it is an mostly these REST services are used when we integrate the Fusion Cloud with an external system, where in which that particular instance will have its own transaction number and everything. But for just reference purpose, I am inputting some value, 10 something. And source transaction system, what is cloud? We are having the OPS. And if we have an external system configured, we can use that one. So we have another task to configure the external systems and everything. So again, source transaction system. Again, I'm inputting the same value. And the business unit name, we have this US1 business unit. Okay, US1 business unit. And what is the party name? Basically, who is the customer where we are going to create the sales order. So we have a number of fields where in which we can input the data, like customer name, customer number, and we have this FOB, packing instruction, and we have the bill to customer details, ship to customer detail, Then comes the line items, wherein which we can whatever the product number we want to create. So there are a lot of fields that we need to input here. So for the sake of time, what I have done, I have already created a sample file over here for us. So basically what I have done, the source transaction number, I inputted transaction system. You can see the business unit name, we have the party name, party number, and moving down, we have the bill to customer details, basically the bill to address, the ship to address, and the line item for which the product I am going to create the sales order, how much is the quantity, and what is the UAM. We have other details like payment terms. Okay, so what I will do, I will just copy this and replace the sample file that we already pasted in the Postman service. So now I have this file with the fields that are already input. What I need to do is just click on send button. Okay, just click on send. Okay, so let's go down and see what is the response. So we got the response saying that an order number 97383 is created in the instance. So let's go and check the order number in the instance. So I'm moving into the order management work area. I'm going to directly search our order number that we got in the response. Okay, so our order has successfully got created in the instance 97383 and it is already submitted. The reason being we will have a flag named submit equal to true or false. Submitted flag is true. That's why the order is automatically basically in entered and booked if you talk in the EBS world. So we got it processing and the workflow already started. So if you see, if you refresh, the workflow will be moving on. Right now it is, the wheel is still spinning. Yeah, you can see that the status is now got changed to awaiting shipping, which means the order got successfully created and it is now scheduled in the instance. So whatever the details that we entered in the REST service, all those details got captured. So we entered a quantity of 100 for the item. Let's check the item details. So this is our item. This is our item, and we have this item of 100 quantity, and the unit is UAM is each, and the pricing happens inside the Fusion, inside the Oracle Cloud. So we didn't mention the pricing or what should be the product price in the REST service. Nowhere we mentioned that one, and the pricing happens in the inside the Oracle Fusion Cloud. So this is the demo on how to create a sales order in Oracle Fusion Cloud using a REST service. Thanks all.